multi-commentator, songwriter, recording artist, spiritual leader, and actor. Catch Larry Reid on the BET Plus original series, Kingdom Business, and on American Gangsta Trap Queens. Streaming online at BET.plus.
Yeah. God says when you go to the bank this time, approval, the Spirit of the living God. My God. God says that he's singling you out because God says there's an anointing on your life. And God says, you tell old man Joseph that I'm calling him for ministry. It's Jonathan's time for a miracle.
Who's Jonathan?
My name's Jonathan.
Jeez, my God.
Stay connected to Prophet Manasseh Jordan. Text the words text MJ to 33339. That's TEXT MJ to 33339.
We're about to have a conversation. Hello, my name is Larry D. Reid, and I'm the host of Larry Reid Live, and you are watching Larry Live on IG. Now, this is airing also on YouTube and Facebook. I'm out of town. I am in North Carolina. I have to be in the studio for the next 3-4 days. A guy group I used to sing with over 20 years ago is doing a reunion CD. So we're going to lock ourselves in the studio and create some music for those that followed that group in the eastern North Carolina area. And of course, I'm just writing and on it. I'm not producing and over everything, but if the production and everything is good, I'll push it on over here to Larry Live till y'all go listen to that. But right now, I got something that's on my mind. It's been on my mind since I read it for the last two. Well, actually, one of these things I just found out about day before yesterday. The other thing I found out about a little while ago, and I just ain't said nothing about it. So I'm going to talk about it right now. I need everybody to tag all of your IG friends, and this will be airing on Facebook and YouTube. So I need you guys to hit like and hit share. Remember, Black content creators are being pushed down in the algorithm. Every content creator I know is saying that is Black. So we need you guys to show them the power of the Black community. Hit like, hit share, and tell everybody about it. Okay, so let me go ahead and talk to you about this and get it on out the way, and so I can go and do what I have to do. And I hope I'll be able to see my mom and them while I'm here. Okay, thank you for buying the badge, ASG 1982. All y'all need to do that. Go ahead. Or make you a mod, Kendall, you said. Let me see. Hold on. All right, you are a mod. You're a mod. Thank you, Margaret Kendall, for buying the badge. You're the first one to do it. Happy birthday. Let me go ahead and get to everything right quick. All right. Okay, so this is what happened. I'm going to do the Bishop Winans thing second because I need to say something before I talk about him. First thing I want to talk about is CeCe. Thank you, Carly, Michelle 06, Watson, everybody's buying the badge. And if you watch this on YouTube and Facebook hit them stars. And on YouTube, super chat until Dr. can't even see no more. Just super chat till you crazy. Okay. Hey, Michael Georges. You know, the Brothers is doing a CD. That's what I'm in North Carolina for. Thank you, Joshua 88 Keys. Okay, so CeCe Winans, I think she was somewhere preaching. And I've always said on my platform that for me, Vicky Winans and CeCe Winans is the only saved, sure enough saved Winans. It's a joke. Don't take it too serious. But there is a little bit of truth to that joke. Thank you, Watson. Thank you, London. The reason why I say that, I repeat, and it's a joke, but there's some truth to it. CeCe Winans and Vicky Winans, and you can tag Vicky Winans in here as well. And you can tag CeCe too. I really, really, really believe that they saved. I've had my dealings with Vicky Winans, and when I say saved, you know, it's just a churchy term, but I think they're really nice people. And I really think that they're cool, and I really think that they love people. That's what I think. And I think they have, I think it's their goal in life to bring peace, to bring love and light to the world. That's what I think. I think Vicky Winans and CeCe Winans, they're in the business of that. I think that they're great examples, like Yolanda Adams and Erica Campbell. They're like great examples to the whole world as relates to representing the gospel industry and our faith as Christians. I think they're really great and really good. And I've said it from the beginning. CeCe Winans is pretty much Jesus' sister. Pretty much. The character is really good. But then there's some of these other Winans. Now, I know there's some more Winans, but I don't know all the rest of the Winans. And I'm going to get into that when I tell the story of Bishop Marvin Winans, because I have my opinions about it. Don't hate, this is not a drag, this is what I think. CeCe Winans was somewhere preaching, looked like, and she made a statement. You know, CeCe and Kim Burrell were like pretty close to Whitney Houston. Really close to Whitney Houston. And they were friends. Whitney is a church girl. Her whole family is church people. So when it came to their friendship, Whitney pretty much looked at them as like her saved friends. They looked at them as like her saved friends. And they would tell her the truth. They would tell Whitney the truth. And y'all know CeCe is like really traditional. You know her mom and Pop Winans, very traditional, strict. I think they're Kojic. They come up Kojic and then they started perfecting faith. Is that what it is? And I don't know what they all got going on. But anyway, they really strict and always preaching. Yes, it almost slipped out, Gray. But I said I wasn't going to say it no more. Yes, CeCe was Bobby Christina's godmother. So she was preaching. I don't know if it was her church or somebody else's church or what. I think her husband a pastor. I think she's a first lady. I'm not exactly sure. And she made a statement about how I'm every woman. The song that Shaka Khan song, ain't it? That Whitney Houston redid. And she wanted CeCe in that particular video. But CeCe said, I'm not going to be in your video because of the lyrics of the song. The first part of the song. I can cast a spell, only you can tell. Mix a special brew, put fire inside of you. And whenever you feel danger or fear, just call my name, I will appear. I'm every woman, it's all in me. Anything you want done, baby. It's really celebrating the woman. And of course, you know, all the way back from the beginning of civilization, the black woman was known to have conjure powers, a connection with nature to make things happen. And so it's basically saying that the woman is is magical. Well, in our Christian faith, there's certain words we just don't even play with. We don't play with spells. We do not, that word, we don't fool up with that word. Now, me, my African Christian mystic spiritual dude. So I don't have a problem with those words. But the more Eurocentric Christianity that most Black American Christians ascribe to have a problem with those type words. Christianity here in America that most Black and white Christians practice is pretty, it lacks a lot of spirituality. So you're not gonna, you can say pray, but you can't say conjure. You can praise break, but you can't say ring dance and call up a spirit. You can say that you can affirm and speak it into existence, but you can't say spell cast. So what CeCe said is her conviction. She's not wrong for it. And I'm not going to say she's right for it. It's just her conviction. I can't get with that lyric because that is occulted, or her word. This is what she said. She said it's demonic. I'm not gonna call it wrong. You gotta look at it in context. She's saying it's demonic by her definition and what she thinks. And of course she'll probably say, well, the Bible says da 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 da. So I don't think it's wrong. And there are people in the comment section. I ain't comment. Plus I got a lot of trolls. So I don't even comment in certain comment sections like I used to. But I knew if I was going to say anything, then it probably would be taken a certain way. So I just looked at it and I didn't even say nothing under it. But there are a lot of people who were having a whole lot of problem with that. I don't think she's wrong. I don't think she's wrong. It's what she thinks. It's what she feels. It's her opinion. So if that's what she feel, hell, let her have her opinion. And that is exactly what it is. It is her opinion. It is her feeling. It's what CeCe Priscilla. Well, I forgot what her real name is, but she go by CeCe. If her name is Cecilia Priscilla, whatever it is, what's BB real name? Can somebody tell me what BB real name is? I don't even bit more know what it is. Somebody said, by the way, CeCe's Believe It CD is the best out today. I like old CeCe. I'm not really with the new CeCe, but I do know that she is in gospel and in CCM music, Christian music. She's an icon. She is. Oh, his real name is Benjamin? Oh, okay. I didn't know that. And he just wear me with them boys just over at his house. I'm not insinuating anything, but I am. I don't like the relationship he got with them Asian boys. I don't like it. I mean, he saw the Maddie Moss Clark them, but Maddie Moss Clark was doing that to her children, and then she was the head over the choir. She was rough. Where do you get these Asian boys from? I do not understand what. And then so rough, you're gonna exercise, you're gonna do this, and like, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. And that's just my opinion. And if you're going to do that and you're going to be doing that and training with that, okay, don't film it. Because it's sort of, in my mind, and this may not be totally off, it just looked like you are making a mockery of you training and being rough and hard on these Asian boys from another country who want the same black gospel, but they too Asian to do it. So you're going to show them how to do it. It just, I don't like it. I don't like it. And I see folk up on it. People in the industry, baby, I'm like, I don't like this. Especially he being rough when it's all over online alleged. I don't know if this is true or not, about him being abusive to his first wife. That could be a lie. So do not say Larry Live said. Just Google it and you'll see what I saw. Because it could be a total lie. People lie on the streets so bad. That's what I only talk about now, what is out there. And some stuff I don't even mention because I don't even want to put that on nobody like that. But that's CeCe's conviction. And that's what she felt. So let her ride. Let her ride. She ain't want to sing it. I would say it's a missed opportunity. I mean, but then again, look at her, what CeCe has done. I mean, was it a missed opportunity? I don't know. I can cast a spell, only you can tell. I think it's a celebration of the power of women and their magic thing. You know, women are amazing. You know, they bomb for several different reasons. And you know, the puss ain't been made but one time. One. Listen to me. I'm from the country, so you know a sheep puss look just like a woman's puss. I know you may say it's TMI, but I'm just saying, look just like a woman's puss. But I don't know. I'm speaking for me. I can't speak for my other country friends. I don't know if it feel like a woman's puss, but the woman's puss, I mean, they got now pocket puss. They got these little dolls, half their body sit on the table, and you can do it with the doll and silicone. I'm pretty sure that's pleasurable. I don't have one of them yet, because I might have to resort to it. But it ain't been made once. I was just telling somebody this stuff there, because, you know, men always looking at women. And we were looking at this particular girl's shape, and Michael said, he made a face like that. I said, yeah, but she opened up them legs. Dead set. You just forget everything, yeah. I mean, because you got that. I mean, that God did once. And listen to me, bottoms, I know. I know about how y'all can gush at your booty hole and how wet it can be. I know. I'm clear on that. But there ain't but one puss up under the sun. Jesus did it. Trans women, I know how they can give you a puss. It look just like one. I don't know personally if it feel like one. Just like I don't know about that sheep. But in context, take what I'm saying in context, he made it once. One. So every woman that is in this chat right now, I want you to know that you were special. If for no other reason, your soft middle part. Okay, let me get back. How did I get off on that? How did I get there? No need to tell me. It's all right. I'm back now. So I darn peeped. I don't know all of the Winans, but I do know Vicky. And I know remotely from online and stuff, and some people in the industry that work with her. That is the sister of Jesus. It was Mary. Well, who Jesus' sisters? I forgot who Jesus. I can't even name her sister, but CeCe was one of them. Priscilla, she was one of Jesus' sister. And Mom and Pop Winans, they was Jesus' armor bearers. That was part of his ministry. Nobody knows this, but I'm telling you because I know everything. They worked on Jesus' ministry. They were armor bearers, and Mom Winans, she cooked. Because Jesus liked it. Ham hocks. For all of you that don't eat pork, Jesus ate ham hock made by Mom Winans with collards. Okay, so that's it. So she, so Jesus adopted her because CeCe was so much, it reminded him so much of just Mary, his mom. He said, oh my God, CeCe, you so much like my mom, Mary. He said, I'm adopted you as my sister. And so that's how those of us that's in the gospel industry, we know that CeCe Winans is the sister of Jesus by the spirit of adoption. Yeah. So Mom Winans, she was doing the cooking, the ham hocks and the collards. And Pop Winans, he tended to the horses. He was the one that was responsible for making sure that all of the horses were doing what they're supposed, galloping properly, and that their hoof was proper when they're going the rocky road. And because the horses were tired from all of the baskets it was carrying. There were 12 baskets left over after they fed the 5,000 men. But see, they don't tell you this in the biblication. There was 20 million other people that was there, but just 5,000 men. You know, so the men and their wives and hoes, and then their children and their bastard children. All of them was out there. And that 2 fish and 5 loaves fed every last person. Ain't nobody leave hungry. Everybody left bong-bellied. And so Pop Winans was bringing the horses up the side of the mountain with all of the baskets because they were trying to dig a hole and put it down there and keep it cold and put salt on top of it so they can eat it that time next year. That's how they kept stuff in the freezer. They kept it in the ground. So you had Mom and Pop Winans who worked with Jesus, was part of his ministry. And then it was because he saw, Jesus had seen how CeCe reminded him so much of his mama, Mary. He said, he reminded me so much of my mom, Mary. You know, because Jesus was talking like Michael Jackson. You know, because that's really who Michael Jackson was imitating. Because Michael's a little strange. You know, he's like, Michael. They fall out. So Jesus, he was like that. He said, you remind me of my mom. CeCe, oh my God, you're wonderful. You remind me of my mom. That's how Jesus was talking. I know everybody else make him talk different, but no, he was a star. He was a star. He always had fox and minks on his robes and stuff, and his sandals was different than everybody else's sandals. He had the stones that was on the breastplate, the priest, he had that on his sandals. He had all those different stones, and it was on his sandals. You know. So CeCe, what she said was what Jesus would like for her to say. I can give it the lyrics, it's demonic. I can catch the spell, only you can tell. Mix the spell, Subaru, put fire inside of you. I see those of us that in African goings about, we know all of what that means there. And it's not a bad thing. Even the Caribbean women, y'all know what, it's not a bad thing. It was a celebration of women, but she said, She knows she wants, but she can't do that. That's Jesus' sister. All right, so that's it of the CeCe story. And if you believe all that, you fool. All right, so thank you for the badges. Now, if you are sensitive, log off because of what I'm about to say. I'm going to say it just like the way I feel it. And you have to know. I do not hate anybody. This is commentary. It's comedic commentary. Take it as that. Don't take it too serious. Now listen to me. I done said Vicky Winans. Y'all tell Vicky. Vicky Winans, CeCe, the CeCe Winans. There may be some more, but it will. I mean, of course, Mom and Pop. I call Marvin and BB the line Winans. And let me tell you why. I'm going to see if I can do this quick because I can't stay up here too long. There was a situation that came out when everybody was online posting about them having COVID. Yeah, all over online. But then when Larry Live decided to, I took a picture of the post and then put it on my page. Then Cindy Flowers. It's a family friend, real close to all of them, Donnie, all of them. She went, and she still ain't apologized, so I'm gonna keep telling the story. She went live and tagged me in it. Well, she made a post and tagged me in it. These media outlets out here lying, spreading stuff that ain't true. And this is not true. Pastor is well, blah, 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 blah. I said, And you know, I got LRLs everywhere, so I know he was in the hospital on a ventilator.
Yeah. God says when you go to the bank this time, approval, the Spirit of the living God. My God. God says that he's singling you out because God says there's an anointing on your life. And God says, you tell Omen Joseph that I'm calling him for ministry. It's Jonathan's time for a miracle.
Who's Jonathan?
My name's Jonathan.
Jeez, my God.
Stay connected to Prophet Manasseh Jordan. Text the words text MJ to 33339. That's TEXT MJ to 33339.
You know, I got LRLs everywhere, so I know he was in the hospital on a ventilator. So I could have taken it there, but I just focused on the fact. Y'all remember, I just focused on the fact that she was dragging me, and somebody, the devil, Satan, always busy. Oh, so I'm Satan. So that was what I took issue with, because I'm like, yes, her middle name, I named her middle name is Scented. So Cindy, Scented Flowers, sniffed by many. No pun intended. And she did that thing. Came over there in the comment section and everything. I said, now, I know y'all lying, but I'm not going to focus on that. What I'm going to focus on is the fact that you trying to out me and like drag me when my platform is known for telling the truth. And if I've ever said something that wasn't true, I come back and tell you, okay, I didn't have this part of the information. This is what the information was. I do commentary. I'm not even a, you know, what everybody else do that y'all say I'm doing. So I started to out then, but I didn't. I just sat with it. I didn't really say nothing. I said, let it be like that. I said, I don't really care. But then that thing started, other people started picking it up, saying that I was saying something that was a lie. I said, now wait. Now this here, we is not about to let the devil to do this. Not on my watch. In my young divine example was. I said, not on my watch. So, yeah, I changed my charm. You know, I got the other one that's on another necklace, but I got rid of that charm because they said it's custom, but they made 10 more. I don't want to see that walking around in Atlanta. I said, make me another one, so I got this one. So I said, thank you for giving your take on CeCe's story and still respecting her choice to follow her own path. Hell yeah, come and follow mine and don't fuck with me. Let my Jesus that's melanated, cornrows, and from the south side, do not hit that J in my Jesus for justice, social justice. See, y'all said the other blue eye one, you know, that y'all can go and worship report and say it's a revival over there in Kentucky. But then ain't nobody talking about facing the things in that community, particularly the state where Breonna Taylor was killed, and doing any type of no motivation towards reform. But Jesus is there. I beg to differ. I'm sure he comes in because he loved us, so we worship, we call upon his name. But to say like, oh, this is such a wonderful move of God, and y'all ain't doing nothing as it relates to injustices there and some other things that's going on in Kentucky. For instance, I just got poisoned right there in Kentucky, 80 miles away at Famous Days. Pesticide, sitting right here with Bubba Guts right now. I got to keep working because I can't sit right here and not work. Shoot. So Kentucky got some reform that they need. So all that Holy Ghost power and anointing, go do something with it. Hell. All right. So then BB posted that he had COVID, which I had already known. But they were saying it was something that came out. Don't quote me, I can't remember. Either BB came out, he didn't have it. Then he came back and said he do have it, and his brother and his mom. Then Marvin came out and said, well, he talked through Cindy like he didn't have it, and just let that go on when he really did. And later on, he came out talking about, oh, but in the midst of that, he did say that his mama didn't have COVID. So who tell the truth, BB or Marvin? I need for y'all get your lies to line up. So this is why I call them linings. The line Winans. Line. That's them two there. And you know they say I'm gonna let that be. But anyway, so we had talked about how Bishop Marvin Winans had built this here church back in 1963. He built this church. And it is now 2023. He been raising church since he was money for this church since he was married to Vicky. Since all his brothers and everybody was living and alive, whole family. Since Donnie was in skirts and stockings and heels and prayer calls. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Well, you know, because he's Donnie clerk and pastor, and you know, that's back there when Donnie was a little woman, a little girl. And he been building that church ever since then. What Detroit said, we sick of you. This church you have been building for 80 years and it still ain't up. You're building this church for I don't know how long. So they released this. And let me tell you what they're about to do. This is what the headline says in Detroit Free Press. You go read it for yourself. City sues Pastor Bishop Marvin Winans over stalled Detroit megachurch development. It was dumb as hell to do any of this anyway, you know, but I ain't gonna get into that. Yes, he got a whole new wife, still no church, yeah. I want Kiss to put a loan in her name and go ahead and get them. Anyway, the city of Detroit is suing the pastor and his church over the stalled development of the new mega church at 7 Mile and Woodward Avenue. I don't know what it is, I don't know about Detroit. Saying blight has emerged as a result. Ooh. According to court documents. The lawsuit alleges that the property of 19150 Woodward Avenue is dilapidated. Oh my God. This is horrible. This is the first time I'm reading this. Dilapidated and public nuisance, and orders Pastor Marvin Winans to correct any violations by cleaning up the property that has been under construction for 18 years. Lord, you can have a child born when he was first starting the church, building it, went all the way through the schoolhouse, and now he's in college. This is the problem. This is not a good look. The property is slated to house the new perfecting church. I don't know why y'all even saying new behind anything 18 years old. That's like saying, oh, look, it's my newborn, and your child standing there 18 years old and in college. Who wrote this? Who wrote this? The property is slated to house Perfecting Church, a 4,200 seat church with a 35,000 square foot administration building and a 1,000 square foot parking structure. My question is, did the Lord tell Bishop Marvin Winans to do this, or this is something that he decided to do? We would like to know. And where's the building fund money? Well, I'm thinking it's probably what they see sitting up there. And the folks stop giving and say, okay, we don't believe it no more. Hell, this is becoming a Noah's Ark situation. How long did it take Noah to build that ark? Somebody tell me. I don't think it took him no 18 years. Did it take Noah 18 years to build the ark? How long? Somebody tell me, how long did it take? And Noah ain't even have the technology of today. It wasn't no 18 years. I don't believe that. Now, I do know God moves slow, but not this slow. Now, this is just, God ain't even this. I know he's slow. God is slow. I know y'all want to say that, but he is. That's why that girl said, who that? May not come when you want him, but he'll be there right on time. Thank you, Lord. He's an on time God. Meaning he's on time. It's relative. Because he ain't here when I want him and when I need him. He come later on. Then I'm like, oh, it all worked together for my good. But on the way, I'm cussing the entire time. You let these motherfuckers fool up with me, and you, my God, what the fuck is you doing? I mean, you know, we go off. But then, when they come, they like, I'm so sorry. How you just couldn't tell me that you was moving like that? And I was doing all that cussing and upset, worried about myself. So I don't even do that no more. I done learned at 45 years old, I just sit there and wait. Wait, I say on the Lord. I'm just going to keep working and keep serving. Dr. Peters said that that's what she was trying to tell you. He's a slow God, children. Yes, he is. Always slow. Always slow. Yes, he is. Let's keep reading. Now, I don't know why they got all this, a big, huge administrative, you know, that time is past. You might be able to sell this. Is this a way he can sell this? What the land worth? The subject properties remain blighted, unsafe, and or dangerous as a public nuisance and danger to the safety and welfare. But ain't nobody in there, so how is it a problem? Okay, I don't understand that part. Can somebody in the chat tell me, if there's some kind of laws or something? This don't make no sense. How is it unsafe for the public and I can see it being a nuisance is sitting over there and looking ragged and if it's dilapidated. But how is it a problem to the public and they ain't in there? Maybe y'all know something that I don't know, but that part is stupid. The city lawsuit argues Winans is personally liable for the nuisance maintained by the Perfecting Church. And a statement from Perfecting Church. Okay, let's see what Lion Winans said. He has been in constant discussions with the city and believes the church is up to date in addressing all matters of concern posed by the city. We are shocked and extremely disappointed that the city will take this course of action in the dark of the night. Oh, so they put that thing, okay, wow. And in our opinion, not acting in good faith. The Perfecting Church's attorneys are reviewing the lawsuit. We will have further comment at a later date, Winans said in the statement. However, Corporation Counsel Conrad Malott said they absolutely have not responded to the issues raised in the January. Oh, Lord, he lied. You lie about one thing, you lie about every darn thing. Said that's the whole lie. That's basically what he's saying. Winans and lying. They ain't been in no constant communication. Tell that tale. They have absolutely not responded to the issues raised in the January letter, demanding a building status report sent to Winans and the church. The city asked for a city-verified structural engineer to inspect the building and received an email from an architectural firm stating they would be in touch regarding a construction timeline and indication of the building status. So how are you going to have a structural engineer that's not city verified? So why are they asking for a city verified? Okay, this is look all kind of, this is raggedy looking. Give them folk the land. Bitch, I ain't reading no more of this. Y'all go and read the rest of this. I got stuff I got to go do. Y'all go read the rest of this. Just type in Bishop Marvin Winans sued Detroit, and a whole bunch of links is going to pull up. But this is not good. Let me read a little bit more. My nose is going to kick in. That's not what we asked for. We need specificity, and we need the church to approach this with some kind of exactitude, which is why we are now seeking support from the court system. Okay, this Mallet man is upset. We have great respect for Bishop Winans. There's nothing about this that is personal, but the city charter places upon me the responsibility to enforce City of Detroit ordinances. 20 years is enough. This is a read. Down. So it's 20 years and not 18? Where is Cindy Scented Flowers on this? I ain't seen no post. Y'all seen the post? Did she make a post? Detroit Free Press is out here. The work of Satan. Why ain't you do that to them? You know why? Because these people, I have free speech, and you guys have made it to where I don't have to lay in the bed with anybody. And I'm saying figuratively and literally. So I can just do it the way that I do it. And so the black church hate me for that. And they look at me as an enemy. I'm with some. Now people are starting to say, okay, he really not an enemy. He just Larry Reed Live and got an opinion, and he think the way he think. And sometimes it's in your favor, sometimes it's not. You know, it's an opinion. It's a point of view. You know, $1 million later given back to the churches that I talked about. Now they're like, oh, well, he's not really that. You know, we just don't like what he said. But back then, during Cindy Scented Flowers, they were all united to try to, like, destroy and take down. But now ain't nobody really on that bandwagon except for haters. The lawsuit alleged that Perfecting Church has not been issued a building permit since July 2015. This is getting worse as I read. What the hell? The city conducted an inspection of the building's exterior this month and found dilapidated fencing, overgrown vegetation, and burrows indicating rodents and other animals, according to the lawsuit. Get out of here. The city is urging the judge to transfer the property back to the city if Winans does not resolve the cleanup and allow the city to demolish the building and sell the property, according to the lawsuit. Why not sell it? Give it back. Just stand up in your pulpits and say, y'all, it's in the best interest. Because don't they own the church they're in? And put that money in the bank and use that money to build your digital identity. Everybody ain't gonna, people gonna always go to church, but it's not gonna be the way it used to be. That time is over. The city is urging this. Okay. It is theoretically possible that if the court finds that the building is in disrepair and agree with us that it is a nuisance, the court could order that the building be demolished. Lord, please talk to Bishop Marvin Winans and tell him, in spite of what Scented Flowers tell him in his ear by night. Oh, he got a wife now. What, the wife, Lord, scratch that other part. Somebody talk to Bishop. Lord, talk to somebody that talk to Bishop and tell Bishop Marvin Winans that this is a nigga mess. And Lord, I ask in your holy name that you would have him to initiate this and not these people initiate this, because this will make us look bad. Fix the ligament. Amen. It's a mess. I ain't even gonna read the rest of this. I said I ain't, but my nosy on. Let me read some more. The city sold the land to the church and approved zoning changes for the project in 2004. According to the lawsuit, the church is currently located at 7616 East Nevada Avenue in Detroit, Dana. All right. There ain't nothing to say about this. There's a song that we used to sing in the church. I'm going to dedicate this to Bishop Marvin Winans and Perfecting Church. Now, that church y'all ain't perfecting, but maybe the church y'all in, you perfecting. Oh, Lord, you might have to change the whole name of the ministry, because Perfecting Church is just not working. That don't work. What? Okay, anyway. Get your house in order. Y'all sing the other part. Get your house. That's Dottie Peoples again. Lord, we advertising for Dottie. Ain't that her? In order. Oh, do it right. This is the key part, Bishop. Do it right away. For the city is coming. No man knows where or when. Get your house in order. Oh, for they's coming back again with bulldozers. They're coming back again with big old machine. They're coming back again with some dynamite. They're coming. They're going to tear that whole thing down. So, bitch, this is what I need you to do. Stand up in your church this Sunday and say, you know what? This is out of my hand. It's not what I want to do. I had a vision. It did not come to pass, or it didn't come to pass in time. But God's going to give me a new vision. We're going to sell this, and we're going to take that money and do something greater. It's a new time, new season. That vision is 18, 20 years old any darn way. And just do that. And that's my commentary on this. I hope you guys enjoy the commentary. If you did, make sure before you leave the live, right here on IG, you can do a badge. On Facebook and YouTube, you know, there's all different sorts and kinds of ways that you can get to us any donation. Any donation. You can do it through Venmo or Cash App. MBN Network. Just type that in. There's 2 N's. M, Mary, Boy, Nancy, Network. $ or the @ symbol. Or you can do a Zelle. Our email address is info@thembnnetwork.org. Did y'all enjoy it? I hope you laughed. I mean, I was reading something. I hope you laughed, and I hope you had a good time. And talk amongst yourself about this nigger man and foolish man. This is absolutely crazy that is going on in Detroit. And I hope the best for them. And CeCe, you believe whatever you believe. Don't worry about what nobody's saying. You just hold fast and you continue. And tell Jesus I said hi. Tell him I said hi.
Yeah. God says when you go to the bank this time, approval, the Spirit of the living God. My God. God says that he's singling you out because God says there's an anointing on your life. And God says, you tell Omen Joseph that I'm calling him for ministry. It's Jonathan's time for a miracle.
Who's Jonathan?
My name's Jonathan.
Jeez, my God.
Stay connected to Prophet Manasseh Jordan. Text the words text MJ to 33339. That's TEXT MJ to 33339. Multimedia personality, comedic commentator, songwriter, recording artist, spiritual leader, and actor. Catch Larry Reed on the BET Plus original series, Kingdom Business, and on American Gangster Trap Queens. Streaming online at BET.plus.